This is a production of the Must-See TV Broadcast Network, like ShareJoin, and follow us for all the latest updates. Like what you see, then throw those stars and show your support. And don't be shy, subscribe to the Caveman. He won't bite, and if you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button. Even one view can prevent one puppy from being shaven. A big fist pump goes to Donna, AI, and Music Mint for the incredible music that is in this episode. All rights belong to Christopher Michael Egarhos, a.k.a. the Caveman. So if he's ready, and if you're ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Lights up on the screen, it's time to see 5 days a week, we're where you wanna be. Exclusive shows and reels, we got the vibe. Tune into the network, hop on Facebook Live. Riding with the stars in our unique groove. Laughter twists and turns within every move. Must-see TV's the place to catch it all. Epic moments, big and small, give us a call. Oh, you know it's must-see TV, come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. Jump right in, the fun's about to start. Bringing shows and stories straight to your heart. With every post and every share, we're free. Gotta get that fix of must-see TV. Round and round, don't let this moment fade. Together on this ride, the best we've ever made. Get the popcorn ready, it's your time to shine. Must-see TV will keep you feeling fine. Oh, you know it's must-see TV, come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. Oh, you know it's must-see TV, come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet.
By the dark of the night, where the shadows lean low, a fire flickers softly, its embers aglow. The caveman waits in the circle of flame, eyes like the ocean, hands carved by the same. Oh, the glow of the moon, it whispers, it sighs. The past is alive in the star-painted skies. Tell us the tales of the old, of the wild. Sing us the songs of the earth's first child. By the fire, by the flame, let the echoes consume. Story time by the dark of the night, by the glow of the moon.
gentlemen, how's it going? We did it! Pebbles, we did it!
Finally.
Fine. So, yeah,
I am a cave girl. I do not know how to use technology.
no,
Let's
so
settle at that.
here's the thing, and I know exactly what's happening. I know exactly what's happening because I have enough evidence. You think the intro should stop after the cue up. Okay?
It seems
But-
like it.
No, there is an intro to identify all of our individual shows. Okay? So there's story time, right? There's the bite in the morning, right? There's all these shows that have identifying music. And that's where you're getting messed up. All right?
Anyways, welcome to Storytime.
No, this is very educational. No, this is very educational because I know exactly. I'm in a. Since I know and I have evidence, this is a constructive thing. All you have to do is let the intros play out. That's all you have to do. And a lot of other people have this problem where like, oh, the intros, like, no, it's the cue up, it's everything. So just know that. Just. You don't have to touch anything. Just let the intro play out. All right?
All right.
Does that sound good to you?
Anyways, welcome to Storytime.
Welcome to
episode
Storytime.
7.
But you know what I mean. It's now like when that bulb hits you, and you're like, "Oh, I know exactly what's happening."
I get
right?
it now.
Yeah. So welcome to Storytime, everybody. Episode 7. And you're watching this right now, and you're like, "Wait a minute, we're supposed to, but where's encore next week?" So my son, accidentally on purpose, maybe not, to avoid watching Dune Prophecies, double booked himself. So that episode will happen on Tuesday, right? So Tuesday you will get encore. But welcome to Storytime Naruto. I'm so excited to continue in this world, to have Pebbles follow me in this story. She heard a little bit so far, and I got good feedback from her. Now we're continuing the story from last we left off. So now it is morning in Konoha. We now go back. It's around, I would say it's around 4:35. The sun is just barely peeking up from the horizon. But we go into Naruto's apartment, and more importantly, we go to his bedroom. And we go in, the camera moves in. We are welcomed back once again. But we are almost at a fixed point in the room. There seems to be an invisible line that we cannot cross. We're allowed in the room, but we are only to a certain point. And we see on the queen-size bed mattress, we see Ino situated on the back of Naruto. And we see her putting in these chakra pins. Some for sleep, some for healing. And as she's doing that, she is massaging his back at the same time. It's almost a too intimate thing. It's almost sexual without being explicit. It's almost like we are intruders here. It's almost like this is too intimate and something we shouldn't be seeing, right? And it's almost like she is saying, okay, you can come in, but only to a point, right? It's almost like she is not allowing us to step over an invisible line. But we're watching all this happening. And she's doing it very slowly, putting some pins in his back, in his spine. Like I said, some to regularize sleep, to monitor sleep. There we go. I can't talk today. To put pins to heal him, for sleep, and other pins. So some are blue; those would be for sleep. She puts in green pins for healing, and as she's doing that, she's massaging his back as she does it. She's sitting cross-legged on his lower spine doing this, and it's almost like I said, we see her doing this, right? And it's almost like this is too personal. It's almost like this is something that we shouldn't be seeing. Something sexual, but it's not sexual at the same time. If that makes any sense. Pebbles. It's... Oh, go on.
No. I'm just listening to the story. I'm a Naruto noob, everybody. I prefer this caveman lore than I prefer anything else. So,
it's... You know what I mean? It looks like we shouldn't be looking at this. This is too perverse without being perverse. It looks like it's too sexual without being sexual. It's too intimate without, and it is intimate at the same time, right? She's in her bra and panties, right? She's sitting on his back. She's doing all this stuff. It looks like it's wrong. It looks like something that you don't want to walk into, right? It
sounds a little private.
It looks like it's private. It looks like it's way private, But the constant theme of the film is we don't get to look away.
And that kind of creates a nice discomfort almost that makes you want to keep watching.
Yeah, exactly. And it's almost like without her nodding to the audience, right? You can come in, but that's all. This way and no further. You cannot cross this line. You can watch, but this is not for you. This is art. This is his time for healing. And I'm not going to let you forward. It's almost like she's a silent protector in this moment, right? So we see this going on for maybe 10, 15 minute scene, right? It's very private, a private scene. It's uncomfortable. It should be uncomfortable, right? Sometimes love is messy and uncomfortable, right? It should be uncomfortable. But here's the thing. This is why I love this scene, because nobody's doing anything. It's not a sex scene, but it looks like something that you shouldn't be watching, right? So afterwards, after she does all that, she makes sure not to wake him, to disturb him. She puts the final pin in his back, and she gets up, and she quietly marches to his dresser. She opens his dresser, and he gets his shirt. And then she opens the door, and she walks. She walks away. She closes it. We fade on him sleeping, and we fade on the sound of rushing water, right? And we fade on that. we come back to a scene where it's a nice flowing scene where she comes back in in the bedroom, but she's wearing his shirt. And I think when I wrote this scene in the film, this is probably the most provocative scene I've written, because it's just so relatable, right? It's so relatable. How many women have gone to their significant others and gone to take a shower or whatever and grabbed their oversized shirt, right? And there's no nudity, but it's so wrong by the way it looks. But it looks wrong, but this is like completely relatable, right? And she comes in. The minute that she comes in the door, the scene changes to that, and she goes and she goes over. We can't see it. The camera's on a fixed point, and she begins to get changed. And I love this scene. I love this so. It's such a good scene. It's like, this is an everyday scene, and this is something like, this is the constant thing of the film. This film would be happening without us watching, right? This is just a typical scene, right? This is like something you could see anything, but she's like, I don't care if you watch or not. Like that's, I love that. A 15-year-old girl doing that. I love it. But minutes later, we flash forward for her, dark blue Gion mission gear. She has her satchel. She has 3 small scrolls. She puts them in her duffel, and she goes beside him, and she goes, so I have some things to do in the city, in the town. Don't go anywhere, and I'll be back later, okay? And she bends down, and we don't see what she does. But she bends down to his neck, right? And we all know what she's doing, but we don't have to look at it, right? Because the intent is she's intimately kissing his neck. And that's what's happening, but we don't have to show it, right? So she gets up. She goes out the door, and we follow her down the stairs. And as she's going down the stairs, she looks at a reflection. She looks at, maybe there's an old mirror. Maybe there's like something that could be a mirror there. It doesn't matter. But she looks at it, and she doesn't see anything at first. She sees Sakura, but she's not really there. It's in her mind. And she goes, I've grown. Why haven't you? And she goes downstairs. She goes in the kitchen. And she goes to one of his drawers, picks up his keys, and she goes, I'm going to need to make a spare of this. And she goes she goes outside. She leaves. The camera pans outside immediately when she opens the door, right? It's almost like if she's saying, if I'm not here, you're not allowed here, right? That's what the intent is. But she doesn't have to say it. She doesn't have to wink and leave, because it's all an implied suggestion, right? So she stares at Konoha now. There's people trying to make their rounds, and there's the villagers walking around, and now she has a different perspective on the town, right? The information she had in the last 8 to 10 hours is a lot, right? And this would probably change her perspective of the village, right? She's now seeing a village with new eyes, right? Something that she's learned that needed to be protected, but for 15 years didn't do the same to one of their own, right? Like, this town failed Naruto in every sense of the word, right? And now she has all that knowledge, all what happened in the last 8 and 10 hours. So that perspective would probably change her. And she does up her hair, and she heads out in the middle of town. And that's where we're going to end it. That's where we're going to end it. Pebbles, thoughts?
It sounds like it was a very, very intimate scene, but in the way that you really need to understand what's going on in the context around it for it to not seem weird. But it's a nice little intimate look into the story, into the relationships between the characters.
Yeah, it's... Right? It's... I mean... I know you've seen some episodes, but you didn't see, like, the current episodes,
No,
right?
no.
But, you know, we're continuing that theme. When I tell people this is not like a normal Shonen Jump anime movie, they don't understand, right? And when they read the script, they understand, like, this is... Like, there's no action in this. Not really. This is...
It's all about, like, the emotion and the build-up.
This is
of the characters and their relationships.
This is about Naruto. The reason why the film is called Naruto, it's because of the film. It's a film of him, right?
It's him, his life, his relationships, and people.
Yes, it's his relationship. It's all this kind of stuff. It's a courtroom drama
Of Naruto.
It's a courtroom drama set in the world of Naruto. Right?
And it's an interesting story. That's why we like it.
It's an interesting story. I think it's a different story. And
yeah, it's different than anything we've gotten when it comes to, need I say, like, fan fiction of any media, right?
I think this is a logical extension. If Kishimoto had more time with the manga and didn't have all these restrictions on getting each issue out on time, this is something that he would probably have explored more in depth.
It's something you would have loved to see explored, and that's why you create it, Caveman.
And it's a logical leap that I am doing here. It's fan fiction, yes, but it's not fan fiction for the sake of fan fiction. It's a logical leap of all these characters if Kishimoto had more time to do it. And I understand why he didn't do it, because this film is, how do you market this story? You can't market this story.
It's what I'd like to call a bonus Jonas story.
Yeah.
It's a bonus story. It's something, it's the same way how 50 Shades of Grey is a fanfic versus Twilight is also a fanfic.
Yeah.
This is our version of what we want to see from Naruto.
Yeah, I'm taking like all the Asian sensibilities of Asian filmmaking. I'm taking all this implied suggestion, and I just chose to make a story out of it and say, what would happen if we took this idea
and ran with it.
What would happen if we said, okay, his sensei is dead, right? Lord Jiraiya is dead, and he has no one. Okay, what would happen then? Let's just take that idea and go all the way with it, right? And not play around with anything. Like, what would happen if we took this in the logical conclusion? Right? This is a military institution that failed Naruto. And what would happen if that finally came down and the hammer came down and somebody said, enough. Like, this is bullshit. What would happen? And honestly, this is why I got a lot of people commenting like, what? Still, like, why Sakura instead of Ino? The thing I will say is Sakura in the manga and in the anime she didn't show any ability to have this level of maturity, which is Ino did, right? And it's a more compelling story because Sakura betrayed Ino for a boy in school, right? She just
Yes.
like, okay, thank you for protecting me and all this kind of stuff, but I want Sasuke. I choose to betray everything we are for this boy.
Yes.
And that's why it had to be Ino and not Sakura. Sakura in this, if we put Sakura in Ino's shoes, the story would fall apart so fast. Nothing would be earned. And that would be fan fiction. Like, just like Sakura finally, like, comes to, Naruto or something. Like, but she's never shown that. It's all surface level kind of affection. It's never deeper. That's why it had to be Ino. So, anyway, guys, that will wrap it up. We will be back. Actually, I am toying around just because we have one PA.
Hi, guys.
One PA, and we desperately need to get, like, programming out.
So if
But
you're interested in the Ottawa area at working at Must See
No,
TV.
but like, since and I don't want to overwhelm her at all, I'm thinking we just take Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's our day for shooting. We do 2 shows. One show would be in the morning, the other would be at night, and then that's it. She has all the other days to just rest.
Because I'm a little princess.
Yeah,
I'm a
no,
pebble princess.
No, but no, it's fair, right?
Yeah.
It's fair. Like, and to be fair, like,
And I work with you more than just on the days that we film too. I'm with Caveman
Yeah.
most of the week.
but she's not used to this grind because she doesn't work in the entertainment industry, and I understand.
I used to, but I
Yeah.
left for a reason.
But it's a task, but I know that, if we don't do something soon, we're just going to lose all momentum and lose people watching interest. And I know that we have loyal fans and viewers, but if we're like, okay, you're only getting 2 shows like a week, that's not fair. So we're going to have to talk about that. But this to let you know, that's what I'm thinking in the background. And I think that will solve a lot of problems, because that will give our essentially 4 days a week quota, right? And we have to see, we want to do movie reviews.
We love your movie reviews.
We want to do, we have all these things that we could do. We can have movies in the back play as they run. We want to see her reaction the first time we do that. And we have reps saying, are you going to still do movie reviews? So we want to keep doing that. So we're going to have to talk about that. But if you're still watching, thank you very much. We love you
We
very
love
much.
all of our viewers.
So until we see each other again Tuesday, my friends, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all! 80,000 plus. Peace. Oh.
In the distance they howl their refrain, but you know they're still there.